Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Fernandez and welcome to my channel. I live to inspire mental health. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I post weekly videos about mental health and my experience with bipolar disorder. So in this week's video, I'm going to tell you guys about my experience as a senior during my first week at Texas A&M with all online classes. So obviously we're living through a very different, stressful time, and things have shifted drastically for everybody, one way or another. This semester, I decided to take all classes online because I was a little scared of going back to class, and I just for safety and other reasons, I moved back home. So I'm going to show you guys kind of the setup that I have in my room now, since I am no longer living in, like in campus or where I was living before. And also I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what it was like. So basically, before it all started, I was freaking out. I'm taking some classes this semester that give me a lot of anxiety. And obviously in this channel, I talk about mental health. So one of the big things that was impacting me was thinking about the future and what if I can't do great in this class, and nothing had ever started. And that's all based on things that I've heard before. So that's something that obviously I have to work with. So the day before I started class, I was not feeling great. I remember I wanted to go to sleep. I wanted to avoid everything because I was just really scared. But my mom helped me, talk me down out of it, put things into perspective, which is what I tell you guys to do in my videos, and it helped. So the next day I had my very first class in Zoom, and it was really interesting because it wasn't like last semester where everything was just online, everyone was on Zoom. So Texas A&M is actually doing where people can be in person, so it's like your choice. So my first class, the professor showed us the people, the classroom had cameras in different areas, so we could see the people who were in person, and also us, the people who were in Zoom, we were in a huge screen in the classroom. And it was really interesting because people could hear our questions and we could hear what the other students were saying, and then the professor and everything. It was way better than I thought it would be. So I actually really enjoyed that class, and I'm really excited for that class. The next one I had, it was actually just going to be online, where we watch videos, and it's kind of like a self-paced class. We have the exams on specific dates. But then the other day, the following day, I had a class where actually that classroom has a technology. They didn't show us because apparently it wasn't working that day, but it has a technology where us people who are on Zoom, if somebody in the classroom says something, the camera will focus on them, which I've never seen that before. So that's pretty cool. And then there was also some people who had a button, and there that button had a microphone, basically, so we could hear everything. And overall, talking more about mental health, I actually felt a lot better being online than in person. I know a lot of people are like, what? That's crazy. But for me, it was a lot of time management. Whenever I'm over there, I struggle a lot with time management. Whenever I get stressed, I want to sleep, so I don't have anybody really tell me wake up, or don't do this, or let's do something else. So here I've been able to, try to set habits. I wake up at 7 in the morning, something I would never do in person, over there when I was in college. I would wake up at, let's say I had an 8 a.m., I'd wake up at 7:45, eat, brush my teeth, and get out the door running. That's it. I wouldn't really, do anything, wouldn't do my bed, just run out. Here I'm waking up at 7 a.m. I'm trying to work out, trying to set habits. Also I'm trying to be really mindful about my time and actually studying in advance, because some classes can be tricky, and time management is super important. Since I'm home, I don't have to worry about other things like food, and also I'm saving myself a lot of money by living home and not on campus. So that has been my experience this week. I don't know how it'll go for the rest of the semester, but I guess it hasn't been terrible, and it's actually been better than I thought. And I think I might even do better in school being at home, because it helps me with my mental health and stuff, because obviously struggling with mental health issues, no matter how like stable I can be, there are things that are going to trigger me just like it would trigger anybody else, and just being home can help me with that in some areas. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys were curious, this is my last technically first day of school because I do graduate in May. And it's just interesting. I mean, making the best out of it. I think if you're very terrified, some people haven't started school, so if you're watching this and you haven't started, I just want to say that it's going to be okay. Like, I mean, I think professors also understand that it's very different. Like, for example, last Friday, I was in class and my computer for the first time ever decides to shut down in the middle of class. And I'm freaking out. I'm telling my mom, like, my computer for some reason was charging like backwards. Like, it was like at 39%, and then it was at 1% even though the charger was plugged in. And then I told the professor, I was like, hey, like, my computer shut down. He was like, hey, it's all right. You're good. Doesn't matter, because obviously these things are going to happen, and professors are aware of that. It's like you're on the same boat. Everybody is going through this for the first time ever. So if you're freaking out about what it's going to be like when it's online, there are definitely ways to manage it and ways to, do really great in school, and you can take those things into advantage. For example, you're not having to drive to class, bike to class, anything. You can just wake up and create those routines and save a lot of time so you can do even better in school. So that is just a little bit about my experience. If you're starting school soon, I wish you the best of luck. Always be mindful about your mental health, and that's probably something I will be talking about in the future this semester. I wanted to ask you guys to comment something, like comment questions for me. I don't know, anything, whether it's about mental health, my career, or whatever it is that you want to know, because I've noticed that people are starting to ask me certain questions, and I would like to make a video about it if I get enough questions. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with somebody who might find this video interesting. With that, always remember that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and a bad day does not mean a bad life.